This is the beginning of a unit on solving equations. And the first couple of lessons should be review. I will do several examples. You may or may not need to watch all of them. It could be some good review, but it might be a little bit overkill. The first two lessons will be on solving equations that involve integers, just positive, negative, zero, whole values. So might remind you of these steps that you have seen earlier. Remember, the first one involves if there are fractions. We won't get to those right away, but there will be some in this unit. All right, you're going to simplify on the left side, simplify on the right side. That means use the distributive property if needed, combine like terms. Then, if there are variables on both sides, you're going to eliminate one of them. I usually eliminate the smaller. Focus on the variable side. If there's a constant added or subtracted from the remaining variable term, you're going to use addition or subtraction to get rid of it or isolate the variable term. Then you're going to divide both sides by the coefficient. All right, let's look at some problems. All right, the first one. I have 7x plus 18 is equal to 3x minus 26. Put in my barrier. All right. Can I simplify on the left? No. Can I simplify on the right? No. Do I have variables on both sides? Yes. I'm going to eliminate the one on the right by subtracting 3x from both sides. That'll give me 4x. Bring down the plus 18. Bring down the equal sign. And those are opposites. Bring down the minus 26. And make sure you don't overlook the negative sign. Now focus on the side that has the variable. Is there a constant? Yes. And I will get rid of that by subtracting 18. Subtracting 18. Bring down the 4x. Those are gone. Now, these are both negatives. Remember that you use the addition rules, which says if the signs are alike, you add them and keep the sign. So that will be negative 44. Then divide by the coefficient, which is 4. And x is equal to negative divided by positive is negative, and it goes in there 11 times. So the answer is x is negative 11. All right, let's look at another one. All right, I have 25 minus 6x is equal to 15 plus 4x. Barrier. Simplify on the left? No. Simplify on the right? No. Variables on both sides? That's a question? Yes. I choose to get rid of the smaller one, and please don't forget that negatives are always smaller than positives. So I'm going to do the opposite, which is add 6x to both sides. Bring down the 25. Those are in opposites. Bring down the 15. 4x and 6x gives me 10x. Now my decisions now are based on what's going on with the side with the variable. Is there a constant? Yes. 15 is a constant. I will do the opposite, which is subtract 15. That gives me 10 is equal to, those are opposites, 10x. And finally, that's the coefficient. It's multiplied times the variable, so I will divide by 10. 1 is equal to x, same as x is equal to 1. All right, number 3. I have x plus 25 plus 4x is equal to negative 44 minus 4x minus 48. This looks a little longer. Usually when a problem looks long, what it means is you're going to have quite a few simplifying steps, or at least some simplifying. All right, on the left side, there's no distributive property, but I do have some like terms. I have implied 1x and 4x makes 5x plus 25. I haven't changed the value, I just changed the look of the left-hand side. Equals, now there's no other variables over here, so I'll write down the minus 4x, but I have two constants, and they're both negative. So I add those, keeping the negative sign, it's negative 92. Okay, so I've simplified the left and simplified the right. Do I have variables on both sides? Yes. Whoops, sorry. I touched something. All right, I'm going to get rid of the smaller one. Well, that just seems to be something my hand likes to do. I am going to add 4x, add 4x. That gives me 9x plus 25 is equal to, those are opposites, negative 92. Focusing on the side that has the variable, I need to get rid of the constant. I'm going to subtract 25, subtract 25. Remember that, I've got my 9x. I'm using the addition rules, so I'm going to add those two numbers and keep the sign. So I'm going to get negative 117. Finally, divide by the coefficient, which is 9. So x is equal to, if I divide that by 9, I get a negative, because it's negative divided by positive, 13. X is negative 13. Number 4. This is actually a lot more of the same. 27 plus 2y minus 9 is equal to 11y minus 10 minus 5y. Barrier. Can I do any simplifying on the left? Yes. There aren't any other variable terms, but I have a positive 27 and a negative 9, which gives me, subtract, keep the sign of the big one, positive 18. Equal sign. On the right-hand side, not distributive property, but I have like terms with the variables. That'll give me 6y and bring down the minus 10. I have variables on both sides, so I'm going to subtract 2y, subtract 2y. So I have 18 is equal to 4y minus 10. I need to focus on the side where the variable is for deciding what steps to do. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. That's the constant. I have 28 is equal to 4y. Divide by 4. And 7 is equal to y. Same as y is equal to 7. All right, number 5. Changes up a little. Certainly looks like it should be easier. Can I simplify on the left or the right? No. Do I have z's on both sides? No. Let's focus on the side with the variable. Is there a constant? No, just a coefficient. So I'm going to divide by negative 9, and you might have seen that immediately. Z is equal to, positive divided by negative is negative, and it's 4. Seems like I went from the hard ones to the easy ones. I have x plus 6 is equal to 15. There's no simplifying. I don't have variables on both sides focused over here. The plus 6 is a constant. I'll do the opposite, which is minus 6. So I have x is equal to 9. Number 7. I have 3 minus c is equal to 30. Now there actually is something in this problem that's worth looking at. There's no simplifying on either side. I don't have c's on both sides. Let's focus over here. Is there a constant? Yes, this 3 is a constant. It is not a coefficient. I will do the opposite, which is subtract 3. Those are gone. I have negative c is equal to 27. Now, you want to make sure that you bring down that sign. There is a coefficient to the c. It's an implied negative 1. So you're going to divide both sides by negative 1, and you get c is negative 27. If you overlook that negative sign, you will get the wrong sign for your answer. Okay, I don't think that there's anything that we really need to do in these last ones. I think it's repetitive, so hopefully that was some nice review for solving equations with integers.